My name is Jordan Vocke, and this is my Marriott Rooms Forecasting presentation. The Marriott Rooms case is set at the Hamilton Hotel. The Hamilton Hotel is a large business hotel owned and operated by Marriott. The Hamilton reaches no vacancy at 1,877 rooms. Because the hotel is located downtown, it is a hotspot for business professionals. The Hamilton's busiest days of the week are Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Linda Snow is the reservation manager at the Hamilton. She received a request for a 60-room booking on August 22nd and is unsure if she will be able to accommodate such a large party. Because reservation managers are rewarded for meeting occupancy and revenue targets, Linda strives to maximize hotel capacity and profits. The case objectives can be put into two different categories, short-term and long-term. Linda Snow's short-term objectives are to forecast how many rooms will be filled on Saturday, August 22nd, determine if the Hamilton should accept the touring company's 60-room request, and determine any financial loss or gain of accepting or declining the tour company's reservation. Her long-term objective is to determine the most adaptable and accurate forecasting method for predicting occupancy on any given future date. Because hotels are vulnerable to seasonality and external forces, it is vital that Linda Snow find a forecasting method which can evolve with the hotel in the long run. The most important stakeholders in the hotel industry are employees. A guest will make their first impression of a hotel based off of the interaction they have with the employee at the check-in desk. Therefore, it is vital that hotel employees maintain a positive attitude. According to Alicia Hosington, a hotel must put employees first. How can you expect an employee to make a guest feel special when they themselves feel like a dime a dozen? The second most important stakeholder in the industry is customers. Satisfied customers are the single most important driver of Marriott revenues. Approximately 50% of all Marriott hotel rooms are purchased by Marriott loyalty members. It is important for Marriott to satisfy customers and maintain a high customer retention rate. Finally are the investors. Investors are interested in profits. I believe that bullish stocks are built from within a company. Passionate employees mixed with satisfied customers create the profits needed to drive up stock price. There are many notable statistics regarding the hotel industry. The hotel industry is worth $525 billion. 5 hotel groups account for 25% of that revenue. The Marriott hotel chain is in that top 5. A best practice to follow in order to become a top hotel chain is to keep hotel guests engaged with surveys and branded websites. It is also important to reward guests for their loyalty to your hotel. According to the Marriott's 10K, Marriott hotels experience very little seasonality and remain stable throughout the year. I chose to test 3 different forecasting methods: naive, moving average, and exponential smoothing. Using the naive method, I assumed demand in the next period as the same as demand in the recent period. For example, the demand on May 23rd became the demand on May 24th. For the moving average method, I used a 7-period moving average. And finally, to test the exponential smoothing method, I plugged the raw data into the exponential smoothing equation. I used Tuesday bookings as ft-1. I did not deseasonalize the data. I repeated the equation using 10 different values for alpha. These values ranged from 0.1 to 1. I then deseasonalized Tuesday bookings and reran the exponential smoothing equation. After finding my forecast, I reseasonalized the data. I found my MAPE score for each method. Exponential smoothing had the lowest margin of error by far compared to the other 2 methods. Exponential smoothing resulted in the smallest measure of error, making it the most accurate measure of forecasting in the Marriott Rooms case. I was able to decrease the measure of error even farther by using an alpha of 0.1 and not adjusting the raw data for seasonality. Using ft-1 as x and ft as y, I created a scatter chart and found the y-intercept equation and r squared. My final equation was y equals 0.9696x plus 52.175. The x value that corresponded with August 22nd was 1,839. I plugged this number in for x. I then received my final forecast of 1,835 rooms. A final forecast of 1,835 rooms would likely cause the Hamilton to be overbooked by 18 rooms if Linda Snow accepts the tour company's reservation. However, this forecast can be adjusted for pickup ratio. The average of all Saturday pickup ratios came out to be 0.955. 1,835 multiplied by 0.955 results in an adjusted forecast of 1,752 rooms. This would mean that the Hamilton would have 125 rooms available on Saturday, August 22nd, leaving plenty of room for the tour company's booking. To deepen the confidence of my final recommendation, I determined the possible profit or loss that could occur with accepting or denying the 60-room booking. A Marriott Marquee holder costs the Hamilton $380 to turn away. A non-card holder costs $180. Using the non-adjusted forecast, and assuming that all 18 guests turned away are marquee holders, the Hamilton would be looking at a loss of $3,060. However, if no denied guests are card holders, the Hamilton would make $540. In contrast, using the adjusted forecast of 1,752 rooms, the Hamilton could walk away with $5,400 in profit. To conclude, I recommend Linda Snow accept the tour company's reservation. The probability of the worst-case scenario occurring is extremely unlikely. It is also important to note that the tour company will accept any amount of rooms less than 60. Therefore, Linda Snow could promise the tour company at least 42 rooms. Every hotel is different and should be treated as its own separate entity. My final forecast selection is specific to the Hamilton Hotel. However, no forecast is guaranteed to be 100% accurate. There are many unpredictable external variables which can influence a forecast.